What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily Rewind. This is where we go back a week, give you all of your tech news stories from the past 7 days in one single video. This video is chock full of Galaxy Z Fold 3 news, from the pre-order to the reserve, all going live. Not the pre-order's not live, but the reserve's live, and the pre-order gifts that you'll get. For that pre-order, we've got information on how powerful the Z Fold 3 is going to be, how good and bad and indifferent the cameras are going to be with that under-display camera, the displays of the Galaxy Z Fold 3. We have information on the Pixel Fold, and so much more. Enjoy this week, and we'll see you in the next one. First story of the day. Now, this is a mock-up. This is not really real, and it's not going to come out, but it looks so cool, and I love Adidas overall. So why wouldn't I share this? Man, why can't this be real? This looks amazing. This is a Galaxy Z Flip 3 special edition Adidas version. Check this out. This was made by Let's Go Digital, and you can see the 3 stripes, the Adidas logo. It looks so nice, like the black phone with the white stripes on there. Oh, that's a band, the white stripes. And it just looks amazing if it ever came out to be like this. I wish they would do something like this with like one of these more well-known fashion brands, or whatever you want to call it, sport brands, more so than Tom Brown. This would be much more up my alley, and I think a lot more people's alleys as well. Maybe it would cost more money to get Adidas to put their logo on there, or allow them to put the logo, but it just looks amazing. I would love something like this. What about you guys? Adidas? Branded phone? Let me know in the comments down below. Next story is all about the foldable phones, those kind of foldables, and the foldable phones like the Z Flip 3 and the Z Fold 3. Which company is going to be making all of the foldable and flip phones displays and the sizes of these? It's kind of interesting, and we're in good company, because I know most of you are Samsung fans like myself, and almost every one of these companies, aka all of these companies, are using Samsung displays. Check this out. So this information is coming from Ross Young, who is a master leaker of information on displays, and he says today's leak, all 2021 foldables using panels from Samsung Display will be 120 Hertz, awesome, and LTPO. This of course covers the 6.70 Z Flip 3, 7.55 inch Z Fold 3, as well as the 7.57 foldable from Google, 7.11 from Oppo, and 8.2 from Vivo, and 8.1 from Xiaomi. And ultimately what I'm trying to say is 120 Hertz, foldable displays, tons, not just the Samsung branded ones, but Samsung will be just giving them their displays. And the last story of the day, this time about the Galaxy Z Fold 3 phone and the durability of the phone overall. And we keep hearing it's going to be very durable, and this obviously adds on to that and puts a smile across everyone's digital face. Check this out. This is coming from Ice Universe, who says in the second half of 2021, Samsung Fold 3 Flip 3 will have the strongest folding screen technology, ultra thin glass 2.0 / under panel camera, and the worst spec camera, same as the Fold 2, because Samsung killed the Note 21 Ultra itself. Now, he does say something bad about the cameras, but let's be honest about this. They might be bad due to the low pixel count, but at the same time, and I saw the Galaxy make a great comment in here talking about the cameras, like the Pixel cameras usually are rated one of the best photo taking cameras by most people, and I'm one of them. I love the cameras, and they generally don't have huge pixel counts. Maybe Samsung figured something out that, they're not giving us huge pixel counts, but we're going to take amazing photos, and the videos will be good. And the zoom, how many times are we actually zooming in 100 or 50 or 20x or even 10x all the time? I barely zoom in at all. 3x is probably fine for 99% of the stuff I do. Would I love a 50x or 100x zoom? Yeah, I would, due to the fact that it would be great to take a moonshot once in a while. But other than that, how often am I going to do that? Or how many times would I do that? More than a handful of times, if a handful of times at all. So even though we're getting a very durable phone on the glass and the body itself, but the more durable phone overall, he complains about the camera. Well, I think the camera, we should probably do more of a wait and see to see if the cameras will truly suck on this, or if they'll just be okay, or if they'll be great. First story of the day is about Samsung Galaxy Unpacked. If you go into your Bixby app on your Samsung phone, when is Samsung Galaxy Unpacked? It gives you Morse code to tell you that it's August 11th. Pretty cool. I don't know why they would do that, like Morse code. I mean, I guess they're doing like a little Easter egg, but kind of neat and fun that they're doing a playful little act on Morse code with giving you information when Morse code really isn't, I don't think, used barely at all anymore, but interesting, right? At the very least. Next story is about the Galaxy Z Fold 3, and you can actually pre-order skins for the camera and also the body of the phone to customize it in ways that maybe you have never thought of. Comes from D brand. The price of them are $16.95 for the back or $1.95 for the camera, and there are tens of colors to choose from. Everything from black to basically any color of the rainbow, white. You also have the ability, like I said, to choose the camera colors as well, and you get the same colors as you do on the back. So you can really customize the look of this phone to pretty much anything that you want for about 20 bucks or so. I've never done the D brand thing. I know some of you guys do, some of you don't. I mean, it's a cool and quick and cheap way to customize the look of your phone to make it look different, especially if you didn't get the color of the phone that you wanted. At least you can style it the way you want. Next up, as you can see from this headline, Tron says, closer look, Team Galaxy, made up of the world's top athletes, also operates and supports the Galaxy brand ambassadors. Team Galaxy consisted of about 10 players, including Kim Yeon-kyung, who was dubbed the volleyball empress, and she ends up showing off the Galaxy Watch 4 with the green strap. And I don't know if Samsung marketing purposely did this or it's accidental. I would assume it's on purpose that they kind of showed this off, especially with the Olympics being one of the biggest stages of the world, showing off their products. This is great, I guess, for Samsung to be able to do something like this. How many people are actually going to notice and know that that's a Galaxy Watch 4? Probably nobody, probably except for like dorks and geeks like ourselves. But still, it's kind of, again, another cool little Easter egg that Samsung's kind of throwing out there. Next story is about the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and the performance and what you should expect with it. And it sounds like it's going to be more powerful than any other Samsung Galaxy phone that's been on the market thus far. So this tweet comes from Ice Universe. He's saying that the Fold 3, the Snapdragon 888 version, which I think that's going to be the only version on the market, has less heat in daily games and is much stronger than the Galaxy S21 Ultra and has good battery life. So that is amazing, obviously, to get a phone that's going to perform better than the Galaxy S21 Ultra, have better heat management, and all that kind of makes sense. It's a larger surfaced area phone, so you assume they can spread out some of that heat, making you get better performance overall. Now, in a reply to Ice Universe, Chun replied with that he can confirm the battery life is good. His source said heavy usage is reported at 6.5 hours of screen on time, although his source has said that current Z Fold 3 units he tested have slightly less battery life than the Z Fold 2. So when you take that at face value, having better battery life than this, I'm all for it, because at this point I'm getting terrible battery life for the Z Fold 2. I don't know what it is, but it's really, really bad. The performance is still there and pretty much everything else is running well, but the battery life is horrendous. So I'm very much looking forward to hopefully better battery life overall with the Z Fold 3. And the last story of the day has to do with the under panel camera and the quality of the photos from those cameras as well. So let's dive right into it. This comes from Chun, and he listed out a few tweets. He's been doing this for the last couple of weeks, giving us information about the Galaxy Z Fold 3, saying, sorry, because of the laziness, here are the answers. Pixel density of the under panel camera is the same as other parts of the internal screen. My source didn't say the exact PPI, but we can speculate around 400 PPI. The under panel camera has the rainbow effect when you look at it directly, but you won't notice it when you don't look at it and don't mind it. It's basically the same situation as the punch hole. It's there when you look at it, but you won't notice it once you deny it. His source also gave the under panel camera selfie quality a 7, between 1 and 10, so that's pretty good. And it has the same quality as the Z Fold 2 camera. And then lastly, he said the selfie quality in good lighting conditions is good, but my source hasn't tried any other conditions like low light or room lighting condition, so I still couldn't say it really is just as good as a Z Fold 2 punch hole. We'll update more in future tweets though. So kind of a mixed bag of, the under panel camera. It sounds like it's good. It sounds like it's basically up to par with what we get now on the Z Fold 2, but it does not sound like it's better, which when you get a new phone, you always expect to get better everything at that point. But if it's equal, kind of accept that, but I still always want the best overall with what a phone has to offer when it's a newer generation. And today's news is all good, at least I feel like it is across the board. Every single story I'm talking about today is good news. So let's jump into the good news. Our first story of the day is about the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and if it will have water and dust resistance. Now, I did say all the stories today were going to be good news. Bad news, no dust resistance, but I mean, who needs dust resistance? Let's be honest. Like, whose phone's getting so dusty that it's, it needs that resistance? I doubt anybody. But water resistance, yes, and the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and the Z Flip 3 will have water resistance, specifically IPX8, and that means it can be submerged in water up to 1 meter, or if you're here in America, 3 feet. So the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3 can withstand being underwater for about 3 feet of water, which that's not like diving 10 feet into a pool and going swimming and going crazy with it, but still, it's you dropping it in the toilet, you putting a little bit underwater, 3 feet, and it would still survive that. So no other fold or flip phone has water resistance, so it having that is a perfect, amazing thing overall. I'm happy about it, and it's just another check mark and another reason to buy one of these Z Flip 3s or Z Fold 3 phones. Next up is a laundry list of devices that Samsung's going to announce at Galaxy Unpacked and the prices that they'll be in Europe and America. So when I say America, I mean USA. So let's dive right into this. This is a long list, but let's go one device at a time. So first of all, this information's coming from Tron, and it goes with prices we've kind of seen before. He's saying that the Galaxy Z Fold 3 256 gig version will be about $1,673. I would guess in American dollars, it's gonna be $1,699. So right there. And then there's the 512 gigabyte version, which is probably the one I might get. We'll see. Will end up being $1,778. Again, I think that will be $1,799 in American dollars. Next up, we got the Z Flip 3, and those are the 128 gig version will be under $1,000. So it looks like that'll probably be $999. And then the 256 gig version will be only $50 more at $1,026. So not bad at all for double the space in storage and only $50 more in price. That's very attractive. Next up, we have Galaxy Buds 2, which are going to be basically equivalents almost in a lot of ways to the Galaxy Buds Pro. They're gonna drop for about $149. Respectable price. We'll probably grab these, but we'll see. But $149, not too bad. The Watch 4 40mm will come in at $256, or probably $250 when you get down to it. The Watch 4 44mm will come in at $278. Next, you get the Watch 4 4G 40mm will come in for about $300, and then the Watch 4 4G 44mm will come in at about $318. Next up, we get the Watch 4 Classic. The 42mm will come in at $358. And again, all these prices you could probably round down ever so slightly or round up ever so slightly, but that $358 price I would bet is $350. And then you got the Watch 4 Classic 46mm coming in at $380, which will probably be $400. Next, the Watch 4 Classic 4G 42mm coming in at $400, and then lastly the Watch 4 Classic 4G 46mm will come in at $419. So overall, the prices, especially for the Z Flip 3 and Fold 3, are coming right in line with what we've been hearing throughout the last couple of months of them being much reduced, $300 to $400 cheaper than their predecessors, especially on the Fold 3 line, and then a couple $100 on the Flip 3 line. All very attractive prices, I think, for what you're getting with that big of a phone, especially on the Fold 3 side. Last story of the day has to do, again, with the Galaxy Z Flip 3 and Fold 3, and something completely unprecedented with Samsung. They've never, ever done this with any other device, and I failed to announce this, and even though I saw it, I don't know why I didn't say it, this about the trade-ins. If you're gonna get the Z Flip 3 or Fold 3, they're allowing you to do something they never have ever done before, and that is trade in 2 devices at once. So basically, you probably end up paying $0 for the Flip 3 or the Fold 3. Check this out. This is pulled right from the Samsung website, and you can see the verbiage right in there that it says that you can trade in up to 2 devices. So it could be a phone and a tablet, or 2 phones, or 2 tablets, or 2 wearables, or a wearable and a phone, or a wearable and a tablet. Whatever combination you want to do this in, you can end up getting enough credit to get these phones for free. Well, free, aka now you're not paying any real cash. So this is amazing. I think it's a great offer, and for someone that might have 2 phones or phones that are just sitting there they're not going to use, why wouldn't you do it? One story is about the future of the Galaxy Z Flip line and a crazy creation that Samsung has coming for the future of that phone. And then we also have the pre-order gifts for the Galaxy Z Flip 3 and Fold 3. So let's dive into the first story, which again will be the Galaxy Z Flip probably 4, which is crazy because the Galaxy Z Flip 3 isn't even officially in our hands or even out on the market yet. And this is patent Samsung has locked in that's looking like it's probably going to make its way to the Galaxy Z Flip 4. Check this out. This comes from Let's Go Digital, who's saying that the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip with rotating camera in the hinge, Samsung patents Galaxy Z Flip foldable smartphone with a large cover display and a rotating camera that is incorporated into the hinge. And when we take a closer look of what the little diagram that is created here, you can see, first of all, you see the huge cover display, that AKA is the display on the outside of the phone, a lot larger than anything we've ever seen on a Z Flip phone, I should say, before. And that's going to be a big selling point, especially if it's good with scratch resistance or they give some kind of cover so it doesn't get broken easily or cracked. That's going to be the best thing. But ultimately, I love that huge cover display on the back so you can use the phone a little bit easier. And then you also have that rotating camera built into the hinge. It's a dual camera system built into the hinge, so it wouldn't sit at the top of the phone. It'd be right in the hinge of the phone, so that potentially you could get, I don't know why they would do that other than I guess it would maybe make it a little bit easier to take phone photos when it's sitting up, angled up in a triangle or something like that. But ultimately, very cool, very interesting as well for the Galaxy Z Flip 4 future, which if this phone does end up looking like this, you can expect this to come out in August of 2022. Tell me in the comments down below what you think about that cool futuristic design. And our last story of the day is about the Galaxy Z Flip 3 and Fold 3 phones and the pre-order gifts that are going to be given with it. Now, it looks like these are going to be the pre-order gifts given away in Korea. Now, this also could happen in America and Europe and other places as well, but I've seen enough to know that over the past few years, which countries get which pre-order gifts isn't always the same. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if these pre-order gifts are exactly the same in America, because it kind of seems like this is what we will get. But let's dive into this information. This is coming from Tron. He put up a tweet. He puts the prices of the phones, which we did talk about yesterday, so I'll run through those real quick. These are in Korean prices, but ultimately the Z Flip 3 will be about $10.99 to $11.99 American dollars. And the Fold 3, the 256 and the 512 will be $1,699 all the way up to $1,799. Again, those are American prices that I'm saying right there. Pre-order gifts, you can see Z Flip 3, you're looking at getting the Galaxy Buds 2, which are going to be their newest earbuds, Samsung Care Plus 1 year of that, and also a case for the phone. Next up, you get the Galaxy Z Fold 3, which you'd get, again, the Galaxy Buds 2 earphones, which I'd be super stoked to get those because I do want to try them out. The Samsung Care Plus for 1 year, and also the S Pen case. It doesn't say an S Pen, it says the S Pen case. Now I want to talk about those pre-order gifts a little bit just to kind of go over them. The 1 year of Samsung Care Plus, we already know this. That's what you're going to get, because when we did, and if you do right now, the reservation of the phone, you do get 1 year of that Care Plus. The case and the pen, so we'll talk more about the S Pen case for the Z Fold 3. I can't imagine they're going to give you an S Pen case and not give you the S Pen as well. So I would very much expect them to also throw in the pen. I know he doesn't have it written there. It just doesn't make sense. It's weird. It's bad PR for them to give you the case, but not a pen with it. They have to. And the pens are so cheap. Like, it literally probably costs them like $1 to make. Maybe a little bit more, but it's not a lot of money for them to give something like that away for free with the phone. And then the Galaxy Buds 2, I can see them throwing that in. They want to hype up their new product, get the word out there to their, their people that, when you like something, you tell your friends and your family. You might even put it on social media. And I think these are going to be a good little throw in as well. So I agree. I actually think this is what America will get as well. I know this is Korea, but I think America is going to get the same pre-order gifts. First story of the day is about the Galaxy S22 line of phones, and a feature that's going to come to them that's never been on any other Samsung phone before. It's the fastest charging that they'll offer. And let's talk about it, because right now the fastest charging you can get on a Samsung phone is 45-watt charging, and it's not a huge difference between 25-watt charging on other Galaxy phones, but 65 watts should bring the charging speeds down to about 45 minutes, 0 to 100 in about 45 minutes, which is a really nice thing overall. So here, this information's coming from Let's Go Digital. The headline says Galaxy S22 series will support the 65-watt fast charger. The S22 will be the first smartphone series from Samsung with support for 65-watt fast charging. The charger appears as an optional accessory, so when that S22 does come out with potentially that nice big Olympus camera on the back, branded Olympus camera, that it'll also come with this 65-watt fast charger, or at least have the ability to buy it as an accessory when you get that phone. Now, the phones from OnePlus can already do 65-watt charging, and they charge in about 45 minutes, 0 to 100. So I expect exactly the same when the S22 series of phones comes out as well. It's too bad in a way that the 65-watt charger will not be included in the box, or at least most likely won't be included in the box. They've removed the charger from the box from their recent phones, and I assume they're going to do this from now on. But yeah, it's still at least cool that we should have the ability to charge at 65 watt come this January. Last story of the day is about the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3 and some of the specs that are going to come out. And we keep hearing about the specs, and it's nice to fill in some of the gaps that maybe have been missing or that we weren't completely sure about. And this information is coming from, I think it's Goni TV. They put it as a post on their YouTube creator page on here, and we're going to take a look and see what some of the RAM amounts are for these phones and some of the other specs as well. So here we go. Here's the long laundry list of specs. It's in Korean, but we can decipher what most of these mean based off of the numbers that we will see. First of all, you see the displays, 7.6 and 6.2 for the Fold 3, 6.7 and 1.9 for the Flip 3, 120 hertz on all the displays that you'll get for both phones. RAM amounts. So it looks like the max RAM amount for the Z Fold 3 will be 12 gigabytes. It will not be a 16 gigabyte RAM amount. 8 gigabytes on the Z Flip 3. Storage sizes, you see 256 and 512 and 256 on the Flip 3. We've kind of heard a little bit of both. We've heard 128 on the Fold 3. We've also heard 128 on the Flip 3. So it might be based off where you live if you see different storage amounts. 5G on both phones. Snapdragon 888 on both phones. The cameras, again, that triple 12 megapixel setup on the back of the Fold 3, and on the Flip 3, dual 12 megapixel cameras. And then you see 4,400 milliamps and 3,300 milliamps. And then also for some extra stuff, IPX8, which is 3 feet of water resistance, no dust resistance on that Fold 3. The Flip 3 will also have IPX8, or AKA 3 feet of water resistance. The Fold 3 will also have S Pen the ability to use an S Pen, and then also the under display camera. Even though we already have 12 gigabytes of RAM on the Z Fold 2, you know, it's plenty of RAM. I should be completely fine with that. On the Fold 3, I really would have been happy with 16 gigs, especially for that 512 gigabyte version. But ultimately, they're trying to keep the prices down on this, so they're going to cut back ever so slightly, or in different places where they can, to keep that price under $2,000 and keep it at that $1,699 and $1,799 price points. Our first story is about the Galaxy Z Fold 3 under display camera. We keep getting little bits of information that have come out about this with the camera quality, if you're going to be able to see the camera, and this story kind of dives a little bit deeper into that, the quality of the camera photos, and also if you can actually see the camera or not, what you actually do see. So let's jump into it. So this first tweet is coming from Ice Universe, and as you can see, he's saying regarding the under display camera of the Galaxy Z Fold 3, it uses AI, also known as artificial intelligence algorithms, to assist, and the picture quality is not bad. Although it cannot reach the level of a normal front camera, I believe that the picture quality of the Fold 3 is the best among several under display camera phones to be released soon. So basically what he says there is that it kind of sucks, but it's the best of the sucking. And basically what it means is, again, is all the phones that have under display cameras that are out or have been out or coming out in the near future, Samsung will have the best of them, and which, all right, great. But at the same time, it's using artificial intelligence to improve the photos and all of that. But at the end of the day, what do we want? Do we want better photos, or do you want to not really see the camera? I mean, I don't know. For me, I guess it would be better photos. That really, I'd rather have better photos, because I actually generally do use this camera more than I do this front one on here. With that said, can you or can you not see the camera on the Z Fold 3 on the larger display? Well, this tweet comes from Max Weinbeck, and his tweet ends up saying that, just so everyone knows, the Z Fold 3 under display camera looks very similar to the Axon 25G, and I didn't have this phone, and this is what it looks like though. I pulled this photo from a ZDNet review of the Axon 25G, and you can see it has this like little squared out cutout, but it's kind of like pixelated look to where the camera is. And from what we've heard, you can see it, you can't see it. I've heard everything that and in between. And if it looks anything like that on the Axon 25G, I would just say, Samsung, don't do it. Wait till this is completely perfected before you have something on here where you can see like a little different colorations, variations of the camera on there, of the screen, of the colors, of just weirdness. It looks awkward. Hopefully it doesn't look like that, but we've heard everything. We've heard that it is hidden when you watch videos, but then it's not in certain other areas of what you're doing. I have to say, this is, as much as I'm looking forward to the under display camera because of how cool it sounds, if it is anything like what we're hearing, I am turned off by it. Well, on a brighter note, we have a special edition of the Galaxy Z Fold 3 coming out as well, so let's talk about that. This information is coming from Ishan Agarwal, who's saying Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 3 will have an S Pen Fold edition for it, along with a note pack case for storing it with the phone. There will be, of course, usual silicone, leather, and aramid back cases. Galaxy Z Flip 3 will have silicone transparent cases with rings and straps as options. So let's talk about that a little bit. First of all, he says an S Pen Fold edition, and that's kind of what we've been hearing, is that when you pre-order the phone, you're going to get a case with it, and that case is a S Pen edition case where it will hold that S Pen. And I also said, well, the information that we're hearing about the pre-order, it doesn't say that you're getting S Pen. He's saying it will come with an S Pen, and that makes a lot more sense, really. If they're giving you a case that can hold an S Pen, why not also give you the S Pen? And he's basically saying that it will, so that would be the S Pen Fold edition. And then the other part to that would be the Z Flip 3 with Rings and straps as options. It sounds like it would make it easier to hold the phone, like a kind of like a ring built into the case and a strap possibly. So that's interesting as well. But there you guys go. That is your... We have one story today, but it covers the gamut of the under display cameras. Again, it's really a hot topic right now online with the quality of the photos that you get and also the quality of the display that this is going to be at, and how the Galaxy S22 is involved, and the folding phones and other phones as well that'll have under display cameras. So let's dive into this story and how we're gonna end up seeing devices that, you know, are a little bit of a letdown, a slight letdown, and it's kind of what we've been hearing. So again, let's dive into it. So the tweet comes from Ice Universe, and actually both tweets come from Ice Universe. His first one says, when you see the under-screen camera phone in the second half of the year, you will suddenly realize and hope that S22 will not adopt it. Their selfie effects are far from the normal level. And when we talk about that, basically what he means by that is that when you do see the selfie photos taken with the phone on the, you know, the folding phones, because that's going to be one of the first Samsung phones that has it, that you're definitely not going to want it with the S22 phone. You know, you're going to want that camera like you can see on there. You're not going to want the under displayed camera because of the quality of the photos. There's going to be a huge difference on the quality of the photos with the under display camera on the S22 versus what we get on the Z Fold 3. He also said, moreover, the current under display technology for cameras can only achieve the pixel density of the under display camera area up to 400 ppi. That is to say, you cannot achieve a perfect display on a 2K resolution mobile phone. You know, S21 Ultra has reached 515 pixels per inch. And again, let's dive into that. But basically what that sounds like is that, or I have to look over here to just to re-look at what he has, but basically that the under display camera area, you're only gonna be able to get a pixel density of 400 ppi, or, you know, it'll be lower pixels per inch than the rest of the phone or even the whole display in general. So it's a bit of a letdown. Obviously it's a new technology, and it's a technology that's gonna eventually be on every phone. But when you go through the first generation, second generation, 3, 4, 5, you know, generations beyond this, it's gonna obviously get better and better and better. But this first generation technology will be, it sounds like a little bit of a letdown. Like, it sounds like it's gonna be, if I had to guess, it sounds like it's gonna be like 70 or 80% of the quality that you get on that front camera, and that the screen will probably be maybe, you know, 80 or 90% quality versus what we're used to for these under display camera phones versus ones that have it sitting on top of the phone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to new videos every single day. I got to throw it back to you guys. Is this a rushed technology? Is it something where these companies such as Samsung and other companies that are incorporating this should wait? Or do we need it on the market so that we can progress to the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth generations before it's released? Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts. We'll see you guys down the road. Peace.